Today we shall discuss about the capacitance. Okay, the inductance of composite conductors. Also, we have discussed about problems also. Today we shall discuss about the capacitance of a single phase conductor. Okay. Capacitance of a single phase line. Capacitance between the two conductors. Capacitance between the two conductors of two-wire line is the charge on the conductors per unit of potential difference between them. What they are saying is capacitance between the two conductors of a two-wire line. For example, two conductors are there. The capacitance between them, what is the difference? Okay, and here the two-wire line is the charge on the conductors per unit of a potential difference in them, and also we need to find out the potential difference between them. Next, capacitance of the line per unit is given by, that is C is equal to, usually we write Q by V. This line is obtained by substituting in above equation V in terms of Q. Consider a single phase over transmission line consisting of two conductors A and B, which are separated by a distance of D. That means two conductors, we have taken here two conductors A and B, that is the distance between the two conductors is capital D. The charges on each conductor, for example, charge on conductor A is plus Q, means another charge conductor is minus Q. Similar what we have discussed in inductance also. Okay, in that case we have considered a current. Charge on each conductor are respectively plus Q and minus Q coulombs per meter length. If you observe this figure, this charge, that is conductor A, the radius is RA, and the conductor B radius is RB, and the charge is plus Q and minus Q. The distance between the conductor is capital D. The voltage, that is VAB, the voltage difference or potential difference between the two conductors can be obtained by, or can be we can find out by finding the potential difference between the two conductors of the line. Let us find the voltage drop. Okay, first voltage drop due to charge Q on conductor A, and then finding voltage drop due to charge minus Q on conductor B. Then by using a principle of superposition, the voltage drop between conductor A and B is obtained by adding the voltage drops caused by each. So, the equation you will understand easily. VAB is equal to voltage drop, that is VAB due to plus Q, that is conductor A. Okay, due to plus Q, what is the voltage drop in conductor A and voltage drop in conductor B? VAB due to plus Q, VAB due to minus Q. If you add these two, then it is a superposition. They are saying that by using a superposition, principle of superposition, the voltage drop between conductor A and B is obtained by adding the voltage drops caused by each charge alone. Then write the equation for this. VAB due to plus Q, that is VAB is equal to Q divided by 2 pi epsilon ln D by RA. If we are considering the first, that is A is first and B is second. Okay, we are writing with respect to A now. Then we should write D divided by RA. Okay, plus we are writing with respect to, that is B conductor. So the charge with respect to B conductor is minus Q divided by 2 pi epsilon ln RB divided by D, you will get. Q divided by 2 pi ln D divided by RA. This is minus ln RB divided by D. These can be written as we can write plus ln D divided by RB. Okay, if you reverse RB divided by D, then it will become plus. If you observe this one, you'll get plus ln D divided by RB. Then log A plus log B can be written as log A into B. So AB is equal to Q divided by 2 pi epsilon ln D square divided by RA RB. That is volts. Okay. Next, the capacitance is given by CAB is equal to Q divided by VAB is equal to 2 pi epsilon ln divided by ln D square divided by RA into RB. So what is epsilon here? We can write in terms of epsilon naught and epsilon R. Okay, ln D square divided by RA into RB. Epsilon R is equal to, for A, epsilon R is equal to 1. So we can write CAB is equal to 2 pi epsilon divided by epsilon naught divided by ln D square divided by RA into RB. If we take RA is equal to RB is equal to R, then what we get the equation? R square. Okay, CAB is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught ln D square divided by R square. Okay, 2 pi epsilon naught to ln D by R, because if we take out here, okay, D square R square, if we take out outside, then this two will come here. Okay, these two can be written here. Instead of writing here, we can write it here. So they have written like this. I have already told in last derivations like that. Okay, if it is A ln B or A log B, we can write it as log B to the power of A. Here the case is log B to the power of A. It is already there, but they have written in the reverse. Okay, A log B. Okay, they have written this as A log B. This is log B to the power of A. Okay, so this is A now. 2 get cancelled here. So what is left? Pi epsilon naught divided by ln D by R farad per meter. So CAB is equal to pi epsilon naught divided by ln D by R into 1000 farad per kilometer. This is in terms of farad per meter. This is in terms of farad per kilometer. Next, it is required to find the capacitance between one of the conductor and the neutral point. Then it is given by Cn is equal to Can is equal to Cpn 2 times of pi epsilon naught divided by ln D by R. The idea of capacitance to neutral is shown in the figure, that is you can observe here A and B. Okay, middle capacitance, the representation of line to line capacitance. Next is a representation of line to neutral capacitance. If you observe the figure, you will understand. Can is equal to Cpn is equal to 2 times of Cab. If we are having the value of Can, then capacitive reactance. If we know the value of Can, then what is the capacitance reactance value? Then it can be easily obtained. Permittivity of free air taken as unity, that is epsilon r, they have taken as 1. Then capacitive reactance, that is Xc is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi Fc. We know the value of C, that is 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln D by R. Okay, here 1 divided by 4 pi square, 1 divided by 4 pi square, and epsilon naught value is 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12. If you solve that, you will get 2.862 into 10 to the power of plus 9. Okay, this is what you get the value from 1 by 4 square, 1 by 4 into pi square and epsilon naught value. Okay, ln D by R you will get in the numerator, and 1 by F will be same as it is. Next, we shall Solve the problem. That is, a single phase overhead line 30 km long consists of two parallel wires, each 5 mm in diameter and 1.5 meter apart. If the line voltage is 50 kV and 50 Hz, calculate the charging current with the line open circuited. Line length is 30 kilometer and the line voltage is 50 kilovolt. R is equal to D divided by 2. 5 divided by 2, what you will get? 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Radius, epsilon naught value is standard 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farad per meter. Epsilon CAB is equal to pi epsilon ln D by R. So pi epsilon naught ln D by R. So substitute the value of epsilon naught and ln D value is 1.5. They have given in the question only. Ln capital D value is 1.5. They have given the distance is 1.5. Okay. So what about R? What we got? 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. What you will get? CAB value 4.3481 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farad per meter. That can be written in terms of nanofarad per kilometer. Okay. So total capacitance of a line 4.3481 into 30. That is because they have given the kilometer, that is line length 30 kilometer. So 130.44 nanofarad. It is in the terms of kilometer. So multiply the line length, how much they have given. So you will get 130.44 nanofarad. Next is the charging current. They have asked to find out IC is equal to V divided by XC. V divided by 1 divided by 2 pi FC. XC is equal to what? 1 divided by 2 pi FC. That is what they have written here. Frequency value we know. So this will come in the numerator. So 2 pi FC into V. V value we know. Okay. V value is 50 into 10 to the power of 3. And the value capacitance value is 130.44 into 10 to the power of minus 9. And the value here 2 pi and F value. Total charging current 2.049 amps. Capacitance of a three-phase line with equilateral spacing. Consider the three conductors. Okay, we have already discussed about inductance. In that case also equilateral spacing. What we have done? Three-phase equilateral spacing. Three conductors we have taken. That means equilateral spacing means the distance between the conductors will be same. Okay. Consider the three conductors A, B, C, three-phase over transmission line having the charges QA, QB, QC respectively as shown in the figure. Let us consider that be separated from each other by a distance of D from each other and placed on the vertices of equilateral triangle. If you see the diagram, you will come to know the distance between the conductors is same. Okay, it is spaced equally. The radius of each conductor is R. The voltage VAB of the three-phase line due to only charges on the conductor A and B is given by. We are considering A and B. Once again I repeat, we are considering the A and B. Which is first? A is first and B is second. Okay. Then we need to write the first distance and next radius. Okay. For first, that is with respect to A. If we are writing B, then for that we need to write, if it is BA, for example, if it is VBA, then we need to write QB ln D by R plus QA ln R by D. Okay, this is the case. If it is reversed, here first is A, so D by R, next B, R by D you will get. 1 divided by 2 pi QA ln D by R plus QB ln R by D. Voltage VAB due to only charge QC is 0 as uniform charge distribution over the surface of the conductor is equivalent to a concentrated charge at the center of the conductor. Here VAB is equal to what we get here. VAB is equal to, here C conductor will not be there. Okay, C conductor will be 0. If you see this, we are only considering the A and B. That means C will become 0 here. So VAB is equal to what? QC divided by 2 pi epsilon ln D divided by D. If you write the with respect to C, you'll get this equation. Okay. So D by D get cancelled. 1 ln 1 is 0. So 0 into 0, you'll get the 0. So we will not consider this one totally. So VAB is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi epsilon QA ln D by R plus QB ln R by D plus QC ln D by D. Simply we have written, this is the equation 1. Next, VAC. VAC is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi epsilon naught. Epsilon. Okay, first term is A. Then what we need to write? QA ln D by R. Next term is C. Then for QC ln R by D. Here missing term is B. Then we need to make that as 0. Then what you will write? QB ln D by D. Okay. So if we add the two equation 1 and 2, what you will get? VAB plus VAC is equal to 1 divided by 2 by epsilon 2 times of QA ln D by R plus QB plus QC, that is if you take out common, R by D. Okay, this will become 0. Okay, this will become 0. And also here this will become 0. So only ln R by D, if you take out common, you will get QB plus QC. Okay, but here if you total charges QA plus, for balanced, QA plus QB plus QC is equal to 0. What we can write instead of QB plus QC? We can write minus QA. So we place minus QA. What you will get here? This ln R by D, if you reverse this one ln D by R, this will become minus, will become plus. So 2 QA ln D by R plus QA ln D by R. So same terms. Okay. So 3 times of QA ln D by R divided by 2 pi epsilon. Don't know the value of VAB plus VAC. We need to find out this value. I have taken the phasor diagram of a balanced voltages of three-phase line, that is VAB is equal to square root of 3 VAN 30 degree. Angle 30 degree means cos 30 plus J sin 30. This is cos 30 value and this is sin 30 value. This is cos 30 value. Okay. This is sin 30 value. So VAC is equal to minus VCA, is that is equal to square root of 3 VAN at angle minus 30. Minus 30 means cos 30 minus J sin 30. So you will get 0.866 minus J 0.5. If we add VAB plus VAC, then what we get, the equation is, here if you add these two terms, then you will get 3 times of VAN. Now we know the value of VAB plus VAC is equal to 3 VAN. Substitute in the above equation what we got here. Okay, this equation. Then 3 VAN is equal to 3 QA divided by 2 pi epsilon ln D by R. You will get 3 get cancelled. VAN is equal to QA divided by 2 pi epsilon ln D by R. CAN is equal to, we know the value of VAN. Now we should find out CAN. CAN is equal to QA divided by VAN. QA get cancelled. So you will left with 2 pi epsilon ln D by R dash. So we can write epsilon as epsilon naught and epsilon R. Epsilon R is equal to 1. Then what you will get? 2 pi epsilon naught ln D by R. If IC charging current is equal to, then J omega CAB VAB for single phase. IC charging current that is J omega Cn VAN for three phase. Okay, charging current equation is equal to what? J omega or W, we can say omega CAB VAB for single phase. J omega Cn VAN for three phase. Let's go to the problems. Okay. In a three-phase system, 50 Hz 66 kV Hoover transmission system, the conductor are placed in a horizontal plane at equal distance of 2 meters. That means they have given the D value is 2 meters. The conductor diameter is 1.25 centimeter. We need to find out the radius from this. Okay. If the line length is 100 kilometer, calculate the capacitance of a single phase charging current per phase, assuming complete transposition of the line. R dash is equal to what? 0.7788 into R. What you will get? 0.7788 into 6.25 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Next, capacitance per phase, CAN is equal to what we got? 2 pi epsilon divided by ln D by R. So D is equal to what? 2 meter. CAN is equal to 2 pi epsilon value, ln D value and R value. R value what we got here? You can observe D divided by 2, 6.25 into 10 to the power of minus 3 we got. So substitute in the equation, we get the CAN value 9.6443 into 10 to the power of minus 9 farad per kilometer. They have converted into in terms of kilometer. Okay, just 10 to the power of minus 12 is there. From this you take out 3. So you will get 10 to the power of minus 3. If you send in the denominator, that will become kilometer. Okay. Line length of a 100 kilometer, just you multiply the line length 100 kilometer they have given. So CAN is equal to 964.43 nanofarad. Xc is equal to what? 1 divided by 2 pi FC CAN. And so 2 pi into frequency 50 and the CAN value is 964.43. If you solve that, what you will get? That is 3300 or 3349 ohm. Next is equal to J omega N. IC is equal to J omega CAN VAN, or we can say V phase divided by XC or VL divided by root 3 divided by XC. V phase they have given 66 into 10 to the power of 3 VL they have given 66 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by root 3 into XC we got 33, that is 3300 or 3300.49. We get IC is equal to 11.54 amps. Next problem. 66 kV Hoover conductor are placed in a horizontal plane. As shown in the figure, the conductor diameter is 1.25 centimeter. The line length is 100 kilometer. Calculate capacitance current per phase, charging current per phase, assuming complete transposition of the line. D is equal to what we can write? Cube root of D12, D23, D31. They have given the diagram like this. Okay, we don't know the distance. D12, D23, D31. From this, what you will get? D is equal to 2.823. R is equal to what? 1.25 divided by 2. They have given the diameter, so we have converted into radius. CAN is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught ln D by R. So 2 pi epsilon naught ln D value is what we got? 2.823 divided by R value. So what you will get? CAN value 9.1 picofarad. They have given it like this. Okay, we need to find out. For a line that is 100 kilometer, CAN is equal to, we need to multiply what we got into 100. So you will get 0.91 microfarad. X is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi FC. Substitute the value of C 0.91 microfarad. then you'll get that is 3497.727 ohm. IC is equal to V phase divided by XC, or we can say, or we can write VL divided by root 3 into XC. So 66 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by root 3 divided by 3497.727, we get IC is equal to 10.89 amps. Okay, next problem you need to solve. This problem you need to solve. Okay, similar process. Okay, so I have no need of explaining about this. Same process they have done. If you observe this one, D, finding D value and R value, and next CAN, and next they have substituted in, next they have find out IC value. Okay, similar problem it is. In next class we shall discuss with the capacitance of a three-phase line with unsymmetrical space.